This video may be a little bit long, so probably going to cut it into 2 or 3 parts so you don't get bored with an hour-and-a-half long video. We're at the engine compartment of the 41, and I'm going to adjust the valve lash today. So a lot of guys want to tell you to start the engine up and let it get hot. 200 degrees or so, and I'm not into that. I like working on a hot engine. Hot valve lash calls for 14 or 16 on the intake and 18 or 20 on the exhaust. And of course, when the engine cools down, the valve lash will get smaller due to contraction. So we're just going to go 12 and 14 intake and exhaust, maybe 10 and 12, 10 being intake, 12 being exhaust, cold. So we'll see what things look like under here. That's good. That's why I don't like gluing the valve cover gasket to the underside of the valve cover, the rocker cover. Then they don't come off very easily. So okay, so I know as I look at the distributor, number 1 is clocked just about at maybe 11:45 position, not quite 12 o'clock. I don't know if you guys can see it. There'll be a lot of wiggling. I got the gimbal up on piece of plywood, so I always pull the plugs so I can roll the engine over. A little rich, but not too bad. Let's do it that way. Not too bad, looking okay. Good. Now, of course, this engine hasn't had any stress on it as far as driving it or under a load, so she's just idled. Nice. Okay. I need to get a screwdriver. Now there are two ways to find top dead center, and right now the engine is not at top dead center. It's on the exhaust stroke in number 1, and I'll bet if I pull the distributor cap, we'll see that the rotor is pointing toward me. And sure enough, it is. So I need to roll the engine over until the rotor is pointing, and then both valves are loose. So, that's why she was quite clicky. Intake on number 1 is very loose. I need to get a rag. Got me a rag. Let's just see. That's 12 thousandths. And that's still too loose. The exhaust slides pretty good. Could be a touch tighter. But we'll leave it. Sorry about the wind, I can't help it. That's an act of God. Let's try 15 thousandths in there. And that's still way loose on that intake for number 1. Wait a minute. That's exhaust. So I got 18 thousandths. That's still way too loose. Okay, so I'm going to get these things moving. I need a feeler gauge. They're stained. I can't tell what the heck I'm looking at. So there's my 10 thousandths. And so I think I'm going to go 12. Oh, this is ridiculous. All right, let's start over here. 15, 9, 11, 10. I think I'm going to go 12 intake. And 14 exhaust. Yeah, that's too loose. And intake is just... it's okay. Intake is okay. 14. So number one intake is fine, 12. But 14 thousandths is too loose on number one exhaust. That is good. It is very good. Okay, so the next one I'm going to do is number 5. So firing order is 153624. Here's number 5. So again, I'll put my screwdriver in here. Intake for number 5 is opening. We have compression stroke, exhaust stroke. Okay. Yeah, they're both loose. Too loose. We'll try exhaust. That's better. Now 3. add intake, and 14 on the exhaust. Whoa, it's too tight. Can't even get it in there. And 5.3, halfway done. Now 6. Intake for number 6. 12. Wow. See what 14 does. Ooh. 14 is way loose, and 12 is even worse. Okay. Yep. Boy, that didn't have any torque on it at all. Kind of enjoying this. I haven't done a valve lash adjustment in an extremely long time. Okay, so perfect. 14. Yep, and number 6 is exhaust is way loose. 2 and then number 4. So there's the exhaust stroke. And the intake. There we go. That feels like exhaust valve here on number 2 is way, boy, can't even get 14 thousandths in there, and I can't get 12 thousandths in there either. 15362. Yep, right there. And that's not a good thing either. Okay. Wow. Exhaust. That's better. Now 4. Good. Wow. Okay, so you can hear that. That's intake for number 4 at greater than 12 thousandths. So that means all that mechanical noise that we were hearing when the engine was running is caused by just a couple of rocker arms too loose. it's still a bit too loose. That's better. All right, so I'm going to cut this right here. Boy, that's already been half an hour. Okay, be right back.